We go for Obliterator. We get the card. Oh my god, and the card is even better than the rest. And that's a full swing for what? 21 damage at the end step. It's just too slow. You want some double striking action, huh? Sure, let's go for it. Oh my god, look at this! If not the black color and removal, we would be dead. And look at us now. Basically, this Obliterator now gets free land because of the Vegan. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that will make Mono-Red literally scoop instead of attacking you because they are so scared of going against Obliterator. And the Pro Tour deck really inspired me to try this ramp, and we have some new additions with Lumbering Worldwagon, and you will see how insane this card can be and how much pressure it deals to your opponent, because it ramps you, it deals so much damage with the the power equal to your lance thing, and also whenever you play a different creature, it kinda gives it haste, so you can kill way faster. You can even deal more than 20 damage by just casting Smuggler Surprise at the end step and then playing a new creature to crew the Worldwagon. You will sit in the games, and we have enough removal to survive against red decks, and Obliterator of course shuts them down super hard. I think you will like this video. Let's go to the games and have fun. Alright, so what about this one? I mean, it's acceptable. With triple removal we should be able to survive, so we can go for this. That means 4 mana, and I mean we play from it. It's not perfect though, but oh my god, it's a Mountain Enjoyer. They will play a small red creature every turn for the rest of the game, and see if that's enough, because maybe opponent didn't draw the same amount of removal. Very interesting and thrilling gameplay. So we will go with this. That opens Go for the Throat if we have to. I mean, we'll probably play it because we really want to go for this on the next turn, right? Especially if we can draw a creature. Especially if we could draw Obliterator, that would be amazing. Verge doesn't give black mana yet, so... Yep. Yeah, I think we have to go for it. Especially that this will hit something sooner or later, so we are always getting value from it. Here's the Obliterator. Oh, awkward. But we are very close to getting 4 black mana, because we will take a swamp here, right? And we only miss the Mirrex part. Right. Oh, they are actually Boros. Well, this is a perfect target for our Witch. I tell you, if we weren't having black cards, the game is already over. Like, we would never win this. I could go for this. But can we afford so much damage? The answer is usually no. This way we recovered basically everything they did on the last turn. The problem is that they will follow up probably with more hasters, and then we need to play into them. That kinda sucks. Alright, this is not the word. Oh my god, I think we have to go for this, because we need to get to the 7 mana, and we need to get Obliterators and this kind of stuff. We have double green mana, that has to be enough. We are going double swamp, so we don't pain ourselves for the Obliterator. If we draw right... I mean, we can even play this on the next turn. We can go for the... This is our ultimate play, because it has First Strike and Lifelink. They cannot go through it, especially on so few cards. Well, of course, unless they have Shelter by Ghost, which basically gets rid of literally everything. But as long as they don't kill us on this turn, and they cannot, like, not even with mouse they can do it, especially that they don't have double strike even. This is good value play. This is how you wear your opponent down as an aggro player. You just get small value from this hero and you roll with it. And I think we'll go Obliterator right now. And we don't tap it. This way we have 2 creatures. One of the cool things about the Vegan is that you can always... I could try to hit it, but they will pump it, and we actually play into their game plan. So it's bad idea. It's really bad idea. Like, even if they have further flight, they can still pump toughness because of the passive from hero. They need Shelter by Ghost. This is the only card that will work here. If they don't have it, they will probably lose the game. Challenger, love to see it. That means they don't have the thing. And don't forget, we are still going into Sire of 7 Deaths, because this card is even better. And this Vegan always makes sure that even if they remove it with Sheltered, you still have a blocker and they still cannot attack you. And that's actually super huge. Like it's extremely strong play. We could go for double Obliterator. That's pretty nice. Do we go for it? That also unlocks the Sire on the next turn. I really like this play. We want the extra lands, don't forget, we want the extra lands. So this will be a bit of a risky turn for us. But we'll get an extra creature, which will help us defend. And it also ramps the mana. Oh my god, I can play the Sire of 7. I knew about it, I had this idea, and then I forgot. Like, this, the star of my life. I think we can go for Forest now. Because this will be a creature that can provide mana. No, you never. Guys, if you play aggro, you never do it. Because right now they wasted their chance at winning the board. I guess they don't know about Obliterator. Let's see the priority. They have it, so they have something. It's probably Shard Mage Rescue. That's nice, that's nice. We are not targeting with it. We'll find target for it later. Right now we will force them to not attack. So this will be a bit of a risky turn still. If they hit Shelter by Ghost, they can attack freely and get us pretty low. But after we untap, oh my god, they are in world of trouble. And I think they will scoop. Because when we played this, they don't really have enough. Like, they just don't have enough. And we can even go for 2-turn lethal with all those Obliterators. But in reality, we'll just keep them probably. So I think our opponent will most likely lose. But they still have some draws that can save them. So what is the play, my friend? The Fervent. But is it a champion or just Fervent? You can see that with those Obliterators, they are too scared to even attack. Like, they cannot attack into it. Even if they can kill Obliterator, they cannot. Because like they will lose all the permanents they have throughout the game. And now we untap. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. I mean, bro, like, they cannot block. They cannot keep blocking. Like, it's such a bad play. So I will throw it, because if they block, that's a bad play and a mistake. So I'm getting more ahead then. We use it because we want to ramp, and we also want to get an extra blocker. So we kind of waste a blocker and get a blocker, but in 2 turns, or on the next turn, we are getting 2 creatures instead of 1. So it's long-term better play. Let's go for the Swamp. And let's see if they continue the losing pattern of sacrificing challengers. So we kinda play this, so we enable their mistake. And I think they are slowly learning that this play is just bad, and it doesn't do anything. I cannot use Virtue because they can use... They are going for it! Love it! Absolutely love it. Especially when they see this. Here we go. That was the real problem. With Challenger, they can draw cards every single turn. And that can get them to Shelter by Ghost, even multiples, way faster, so they should never sacrifice this creature. This is one of the most busted aggro cards right now. A 2-drop that has extremely good stats, haste, and it draws cards by being targeted, not when something enters the battlefield. This means there's like no counterplay unless you kill this when they are tapped. So they probably have no outs. They can try to pump. See, they had it all along. So if we target the Virtue of Persistence, that would set us super behind. And we would also lose the backside. I think this is the moment when they will try to attack. And we'll because when this attacks, they are super dead. We are back to 19 and it's just too slow. Oh, you want some double striking action, huh? Sure, let's go for it. Alright guys, we are getting into the danger zone because we have all the ramp in the world, we have all the rewards, we have everything. Except, you know, land to play them. So it's getting great. Let's see the talent on perfect curve. The truth is that we borderline already lost the game. However, we are both getting arena'd, so there is a chance. There might be a chance. How many lands I need? This gets us to... So we need to assume we get the third one. This is the 4th one, this is the 6th one, so we might still need more. I don't think we need this. We won't be able to play 2 of them. We already missed the spot for it. Please don't draw a land before me. That's all I'm asking. We are both getting absolutely arenaed, and whoever gets the first land will probably win. You know, just quality standard gameplay. Like, we have the best of the best for you here. Oh my god, I'm the better player. Oh my god, I'm so good at Magic. I drew the card that wins. Honestly, we of course did not win yet. Let's go for a Swan for Obliterator, but this boosted us incredibly. If they miss a land on this turn, and they won't, they would be basically out of the game. But we got on, alright, this is even game, and we are getting this. This is very nice. I could even go Obliterator. Will it ever survive? I really don't think it will. I want to get the Tyrant, because the Tyrant gets better value. I could, of course, attack with the Wagon, but at the same time, if you go like this, let's go for double black mana, because why not? We get more power for the Wagon if we first get the ramp. Then we can even go Zendikar, but most likely we'll go Tyrant. We'll see if they have the land, and that's the difference. They need to hit all the lands from the top. All we needed to get is 1 land. Okay, that's a very quality lockdown. Oh boy, so this has to be Smuggler's Surprise. This has to be Smuggler's Surprise. We are missing on the damage for this play, but we are also setting up way more card draw, which means that even if they Sunfall or something, we still will win the game. And then we can attack with this anyway with the new creature, because we'll play the Obliterator after it. Unholy Annex. Bro, they think that they have time. Isn't this cute? This really feels like a Pixie deck. And I think they had priority, so they probably have Pixie in the hand. I think they played it to have a permanent for some future use. I'm not super sure. Alright, they get the card. And that's the end of the turn. I mean, listen. Let's freaking go. Oh man, this never gets old. This never gets old. Let's go for those big creatures. I think this is a good start. And yeah, we are drawing a lot. And now we can also go... Man, this will be a lethal in 1 turn. Like, we can crew this. So, we go for this. We go for Obliterator. We get the card. Oh my god, and the card is even better than the rest. And that's a full swing for what? 21 damage at the end step. We're going first, and we have Obliterator in the stock. We have Smuggler's Surprise and the Wagon. So we can do a lot here. I already have in my head this attacking crewed by Obliterator. Hello, Miss the Mountain, right? Oh, the Mountain Enjoyer. The mountain fun. So what can we do? We can kill this creature. Do we want to kill it already? You generally do, but they can go for the 2 mana mouse, which is a little bit better. They need to play more than 1 creature. They cannot play the game out of single hero. They will probably play 1. This hesitation should absolutely tell them that we have removal spell. So first they are testing it. Of course we cannot do anything here. We take the damage. I really hoped for a 2 mana Challenger. I'll be honest, they really want us to target. So we are not doing it. We'll go with black mana. We could play Obliterator and try to Smuggler's Surprise if they are playing so passively. But I think this is a little bit better still, because it will give us 2 creatures in case they shelter by Ghost. I think this could be further flight. Because this pumps hero gives them full value. We are tapped, so they know that there's no punishment. So in their place I would cast further flight here. I assume they have it. Helix is way worse. This doesn't scale, it's just a flat damage, so they don't get any advantage of their scaling. They can use this turn to go a little bit crazy though, and they probably should. And we'll also have, if we draw black mana, we can cut down on top of Obliterator. That would be really nice, but we probably won't get there. We need to get this Obliterator going. And they will have Shelter by Ghost probably. Having Double Strike, what can you say? It's just insanely good. Like, those cards are just simply busted. Like, you cannot do much. They are just extremely powerful cards that, you know, you always get ahead with them, basically. Alright, so what can we do? We will play our stuff. I could try to kill this. Do you think they have Shelter by Ghost? So far in my life, the answer is always yes. But we still have to go for it. We go to 9. And we'll try to force some hard decisions by them, hopefully. They only have one answer in the deck. It's Shelter by Ghost. They could go further of flight. Okay, so they have 8 cards in total. And they don't have any of them in the hand, so they lose. Alright, we're going first and we have removal, so we should be able to play the game. And we have Verges that can provide triple black already. And then we can go for the Vegan and go for the 4th black and play Obliterate. I kinda like this hand. I like this hand. So you want to open with Swamp if you don't use the green mana, because that suggests a different deck. Alright, the Gorehound. The Gorehound will be very annoying. They this is Ores of Rise the past. We have the luxury to kill it in response, so they don't really know what's going on fully. Alright, I remember this card, but I actually never used it so far. So they can sacrifice a creature, surveil. I mean, this is a very good card. They're not getting the maximum speed, so do we try to wait it out? Sacrificing creatures is not as great. But this has 3 power, it's so much faster. We go for the Vegan, then we'll go Obliterator. That's a hard one. I will go like this, because I think it's not about life total, I think it's about selection of cards that they will get. And with Obliterator we can always just block it, so it won't be great, you know, deal for them. We actually have the black mana, but I think we still go for a Swamp, we have enough green. This will be a very hard game. But we have a shot at it. We have a shot, depending on the draws. I would love to draw a Tyrant, because that would give us some luxury. You know, with card advantage, some you know, blockers, live game, this would help, but it's not super necessary. I will try to win this with Obliterator. With Zendikar we can even get a lot of extra lands. Oh, they have another, that sucks for us. Are you serious? Just a random bat on turn 3, of course. Like, you think you dodged it on turn 2? Nope. Obliterator, 100%. That prevents the whole gameplay we had. This was exactly the main card I played the whole game around. So now we are forced to draw something or we lose the game. This was the most annoying bat of my life. I'm not gonna lie. And we didn't. Is there... I will try to play it out, because I can see some scenarios where we sometimes do something, you know, this kind of stuff, and we'll be able to attack with Cottage, and that means the World Vegan can be crewed, you know, like we are doing stuff. But with this play, I think we lost our... we missed our spot, basically. Now they also see the full hand, so they know exactly what is going on. And the problem is that they can always rise the pass and win the game instantly. So you basically play this matchup on a timer, and that means you need good draw and you need good opening, because, like, you know, you just... like, they just kill you later. I don't see, you know, anything that damages, but they sure have it in the deck. Alright, they will soon get to max speed. That's not perfect. And we got another land, which is super cute. Nice. Now we can have more lands. Alright, so we need to go for the Cottage. And to be absolutely honest, we should play this as well, right? It gives us more power on the Vegan. And I think we have to go for Zendikar, which isn't perfect. They will just block it. And let's go for Swamp, maybe. You know what? To be absolutely fair, there's no point in crewing it. We get more value by attacking with the Cottage. Because we don't need 9 damage, we only deal 3 anyway. And this way, at least when they block, we get, you know, something at least. Okay, we go for the creature. Man, this Obliterator bot, oh my god, it hurts so much, and that's the problem. They block and they got an extra creature. So yeah, I told you, moment they got this bot and completely hit our only creature that we do. We have like what, 12 creatures, but we only hit one in 1/4 of the deck. So at this point it's just like a draw auto loss. Like you just didn't get the stuff you need. Full swing. I will keep doing it. Now the Bloodgust has haste. You are just so far behind of curve that even Tyrant right now will be too slow. We need a Tyrant on the last turn if anything. So they get 3 creatures every turn right now, forever. Because they are playing a 1 and 2 mana aggro deck, they will get all the value in the world, as usual. Cool. We literally cannot do anything. You cannot miss draws in those kind of matchups, you need to just draw perfectly. This is a super weird hand. I mean, it's good for the early game, I guess, depending on the matchup. And later we can just go either with Mirrex or we will see what we'll get. We have the Worldwagon, so we will for sure get a basic, and we'll see. Our opponent plays a 1-drop. Have you seen a 1-drop on turn 1 in standard? We want to kill it as soon as possible. Man, I'll be honest, already if we didn't play black in this round for like removal, we would probably be dead already. Now we have a chance, especially if they go like this. I think it's Llanowar. Well, I don't need double Mirrex for sure. Hopeless Nightmare, I mean sure, this is actually pretty fine. So this is like a pixie deck for sure. What we will do is go Swamp now, because we need some mana that doesn't pain us. If they play a creature, it dies. See? Like, we are doing pretty nicely. Now we go with the Wagon, and that means we are getting free value, and every creature we'll play will get this to attack instantly. So that's super huge. We can also get the Forest. So our mana is officially fully fixed. And I mean, we can get 4 Mirrex. Bro, this guy just has a game plan, you know? I don't think we need this one. I could go for the cut down, but there is a chance we'll get something anyway. Oh my god, look at this! If not the black color and removal, we would be dead. And look at us now. Basically this Obliterator now gets free land because of the Wagon. See? Now we are getting free value. That means we could discard lands and still have lands. And that's pretty huge. I probably should go for the Forest. And that's already 6 damage. This also gives like Obliterator haste, including all the other creatures. They discarded 3 cards and it didn't even hit us. So now we can also go with Mirrex and start pressuring them on multiple fronts. And this is why we went with the Kata. Well, I guess they will discard it, but that's fine, that's fine. They now need to try to win the game, and that won't be easy. A land. So this one has trample and it's very hard to block. However, this one gives us free... Man, I actually prefer to attack with this, just because it provides so much more pressure, and it keeps drawing cards basically. Let's go for a swamp here. Man, this did so much work. It already, I think, got us 3 lands, so like 1/3 of our mana is thanks to this card. Even more. And they would not block Obliterator, so trample would not matter, but this one, it hit twice as hard. So that means on the next turn they actually need to do stuff. If they play some kind of momentum breaker, we just Mirrex, and they cannot do anything. Right, our opponent is going first. You never want to see those words in your life, but you will. The draw is not very good. If they have a good game, I hope you enjoyed. This was a great game. We cannot win this on the draw with no removal. Alright, we're going first. A sketchy hand, but a workable one, especially that we can use Smuggler Surprise to get into 4th land, so we should be hitting stuff. Hello? Show me. I know you have a mount, eh? Alright. I mean, we always say hello to Mono Black. Smuggler Surprise, that's probably an easy choice. They could go for Zendikar as well, because at this point they know everything about the deck. It's a RAM deck with Tyrant at the top. So they know exactly. Invasion could be a good hit because it gives you 2 lands, but Smuggler Surprise can also hit 2 lands, so it doesn't ramp them, and it's faster. So, you know, a choice. Definitely a choice. They really want Annex on turn 3. If they are good at Magic, they will draw it. If they are bad at Magic, they won't draw it. We got the Vegan, and I'll be honest, this is extremely good draw. It's very hard for them to deal with. Doesn't die to go for the throat, and it ramps us. So we basically got a free creature. What are the colors? I think we go for black for Obliterator. They don't know about the Obliterator part yet. But it shouldn't be the biggest deal. Mono black can kill all those creatures pretty nicely. They are indeed good at Magic, drawing one of their 4 win cons in the opening hand. If they don't get this, they will lose the long game. If they get it, they will win the long game. So as you can see, drawing this card is pretty, you know, good way to win games. Just focus on drawing the right card. It's a little bit salty because the Unholy Annex on turn 3 is so off, like they always have it somehow. It's only 4 cards, man. But they somehow always get it. And it puts them extremely ahead. Like, if you cannot punish them by killing them, they are always getting super ahead. We can go with the Tyrant. This is a good start. And we will have kinda 2 artifacts, because the Tyrant, when it dies, it will be an artifact. They probably cannot exile it, because Anoint with Affliction won't hit it. And we need to get a good value from this. And you know what? I will crew it. It's very hard, for example, right now, to even try to win the game on the value. Like, even with the Tyrant, we drew 1 card once, we need to play another creature to draw again. They are getting it free every turn. So I could go for Zendikar, which means that I'm drawing an extra card and getting some extra damage. It's not bad. It's not bad. But we are missing a ton of damage. I will go face. I'm going face literally because of Annex and how insanely powerful this card is, so I cannot really compete with them anymore. Normally I would absolutely go Zendikar, if not this card, and I will try to draw more cards than they can, you know, they can use basically. And I hope that they will play a demon to try to get the value from Annex. They will go to 10. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Now go for the throats do not work anymore. However, Liliana and Edict does. So we will see. Oh, this is untapped! This is actually so huge, I forgot about it. Now we can create 2 creatures and save the Tyrant. So I think they might go for the Demon, and they don't know about this card. And this is the reason why I like this deck so much. If you go Golgari instead of like mono green ramp, you have options like this. Normally this wouldn't be possible. We play the land. I could actually just go Tyrant into removal, which is the best. Let's go. They are fully tapped, by the way, because we really want to activate the Vegan. And I'll tell you, man, it won again. This card won me so many games. We're killing this guy, we are crewing, and even despite Annex, will actually win. I appreciate it, man. So, I'll be honest, this was so close to being that, and if not this card, we would never win this game, I think. We would be too slow, simply. And our opponent is nice enough to show us the lethal. I appreciate it, my friend Mad Scientist. And man, well guys, I hope you enjoyed, and this deck definitely gives a lot of action-packed games. I've noticed that usually, like, most of the games are like, you know, 4 or 5 minutes with this deck, so if you want something pretty quick but pretty interesting, this might be your bet. However, I wouldn't go into expectations that you will absolutely destroy the ladder with this. I think like ramp is very hard to play with all the insane aggression on the ladder. However, I think we did a very good job at giving us the best chance to, you know, survive by having black mana and getting all those cutdowns, virtues, go for the throats. We can actually fight mono red even on the draw, so that gives you a chance to stabilize and go into this mid game. With Word Vegan and Obliterator, you can basically get 2 blockers by casting single Obliterator, while also ramping and potentially getting some aggression, especially important if you have Zendikars. You can turn 1 attack basically from the Vegan into a new creature that is more or less like a 4-drop, a pretty good 4-drop. So that gives you a lot of options, and of course the Tyrant into Sire of 7 Deaths is always how you want to finish the game, and Smuggler Surprise makes it more surprising. I really hope we can ambush something with Obliterator, but sometimes it just doesn't work this way, and instead you just create two huge creatures at the end step, and that gives you enough extra tempo that you can probably draw enough cards with the Tyrant, you can attack all the Zendikars, flip them, draw more cards, life gain, and just get game-winning advantage this way. And don't forget, we play Virtue of Persistence because you can also use it as a win con for 7 mana, and this win con actually works perfectly with this deck because we have so many powerful creatures. So yeah, this, I actually wanted Anoint with Affliction, and then I was like, oh my god, we have virtues. Of course it's a virtue. And it also lowers damage from the mouse when you kill it and stuff like this, while also life gaining. So extremely powerful card as always. And before we wrap it up, a huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel and allowing us to continue this holy mission of making the standard as fun and as interesting as possible for all of us. So thank you guys for this. And something I'm not super sure, the Mirrex. The idea was that, I know, I'm a little bit crazy and I expected that maybe we'll play against a control deck with counter spells. I don't know what's going on in my head that I expected it, but I went with Mirrex because it's a little bit better than Fountain Port in winning games against control, and it also gives you mana of any color, which sometimes I thought will help you with Obliterator. Is this worth the spot? I'm not sure. I actually never used it and I wasn't close to using it, so I think maybe you just want, you know, more lands that can create colored mana, preferably black for Obliterator, and sometimes you will still play it on curve, especially that you can go with this on turn 3, which gives you one land that can be non-black basically, because you will have 5 lands with this on turn 4, and that means one mana can be different, which makes casting Obliterator much more consistent. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck and this outro. Thank you guys for watching, you are absolutely awesome, and I cannot thank you enough for just enjoying the content and sharing, you know, all the comments and all the passion for Magic. And yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys tomorrow.